So next we will try to understand what is the effect of temperature and what is the effect of pressure on the hydraulic fluid. So first we will understand the effect of temperature, then we will see what is the effect of pressure. Now both the things have got an important effect on the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid. So whenever we are studying the effect of temperature, we are mainly focusing on the viscosity because there is a much close relationship between temperature and viscosity. Now if we are plotting the change temperature and the viscosity, kinematic viscosity of the hydraulic fluid on a logarithmic plot, that is double log, x-axis is also logarithmic, y-axis is also logarithmic, you are going to get a straight line. So we know that the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid will decrease with temperature. So the plot also will say that, will show the same thing. It is a straight line relationship is here. Since it is a logarithmic plot, you are going to get a straight line relationship. So as the temperature is increasing, you can see the viscosity is going to drop. So now the plot, this plot is called as Hubbell-Ford viscosity temperature diagram. So whatever the viscosity requirement is there and you are having the pressure. So as the pressure is increasing at a given temperature, the viscosity is going to increase. But if you are having at a particular pressure, if you are increasing the temperature, the viscosity is going to drop here. So these different lines are going to represent the different pressure conditions. Bottom one is the 200 bar pressure. If you are taking, this is the level of viscosity. At 400 bar, this will be the viscosity. So you can see at a given temperature, if you are increasing the pressure, viscosity is increasing. And at a constant pressure, if you are taking one line, this is a constant pressure. As you are increasing the temperature, the viscosity is going to drop. So such a representation of viscosity, temperature and pressure is called as the Hubbell-Ford viscosity temperature diagram. So based on your operating temperature, range, you say 40 to 80 degrees centigrade, and you want to have a viscosity in a particular range. So from this particular chart, it is possible to select a particular oil if you are having the plots for different hydraulic fluids. So very easily you can do the selection of the hydraulic fluid. So the relationship is actually exponential, but since we are plotting it on a double log graph, we are going to get a graph which is like a straight line. So the next one is the effect of pressure. So effect of pressure, we are having something called as the Barras equation, which is going to relate the change in pressure and the change in viscosity, where mu is the viscosity, mu naught into e to the power of alpha p, where mu naught is the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid at a reference pressure. So then if you are increasing the pressure to any particular value, you are having the constant. So based on this particular constant, the viscosity of the fluid is going to change. Now question is, why the viscosity increases with increase in pressure? When you are increasing the pressure, what happens is the molecules are rubbing more and more against one another. So they are coming in much closer contact. So there is a lot of forces acting on the molecules to move over one another. So because of all these things, there is going to be increased friction between the different layers of the hydraulic fluid. That is the reason why there is going to be increase in viscosity. Now why viscosity will reduce with increase in temperature? So when the temperature of the hydraulic oil is going to increase, whatever the bonds are there which are holding the different molecules, they are going to weaken. So molecules will become more free to move over one another. But in case of the gases, with increase in temperature, the molecules will be moving very randomly and at very faster rate. Because of this, there is going to be more frictional action between the different molecules. This will result in increase in viscosity of a gas. But the viscosity of the liquids are going to drop with increase in temperature. So the Barras effect, the equation will give the relationship between the change in pressure or the increase in pressure and the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid. So in the hydraulic fluid, one of the biggest change in properties will be observed in the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid with increase in temperature. Now what happens when the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid reduces? Now usually you are having for example, consider this is a cylinder and you are having the piston. Now if you are supplying the hydraulic fluid through this particular port, what should happen? The piston should move forward like that. Now, if you are having the supplying the hydraulic fluid through here, what will happen? The piston will try to move in the backward direction. So alternating between the supplying fluid over here and by supplying over here, you are having the reciprocatory movement. Now, what happens when the viscosity is going to reduce? Now, we know that when the viscosity reduces, the fluid is going to move more freely. The fluid is going to move more freely. You should think that why it is very undesired. It is undesired because, as discussed, within a very small gap, the hydraulic fluid will escape. Now, where is the gap? So, the one gap is here between the piston and the cylinder. There is going to be a very small gap. If this gap is not present, the piston cannot reciprocate inside the hydraulic cylinder. Now, when the temperature of the hydraulic fluid is going to increase, what happens? Its viscosity is going to reduce. Now, when the viscosity is reducing, so in this figure, you are supplying the high pressure fluid here. So, whatever fluid is entering, it is trying to act on this particular surface and it is causing the piston to actually move backward. It is causing the piston to move backward. But at high temperature, the viscosity has dropped. So, what will happen is the fluid will find a very easy path through this particular gap. So, some amount of fluid will simply flow in this gap and it will come to the other side and it will simply flow out. So, some amount of fluid is lost without doing any useful work. So, it is simply making an escape and it is going out of the system. So, if the viscosity continuously drops, more and more fluid will flow through this particular path and it will go out to the outlet. So, you have to supply more amount of fluid to get the same amount of work. So, we will say that efficiency of the system is going to drop in a significant way. So, one hydraulic fluid can pass through this particular gap. Other region is here. You will be having some kind of seals over here. The seals will try to prevent the hydraulic fluid from going into the atmosphere. So, if the viscosity drops beyond a particular value, the gap between the seal and the piston rod will be sufficient for the hydraulic fluid will simply come out like that and it is simply escaping into the atmosphere. So, if the fluid is escaping into the atmosphere from here, then that fluid is completely lost, which means in the tank, the level of the fluid will continuously drop. So, you have to more periodically, you have to keep on adding the hydraulic fluid, which means the running cost of the hydraulic system has increased. But if the fluid is passing through this particular gap and coming to the other side, you are not actually losing any amount of hydraulic oil, but you are losing lot of power because whatever amount of fluid is entering, that is having some energy, and that energy was supposed to be used for doing the useful work by the movement of the piston. It is not doing any work, simply it is escaping here and going back into the system. So, you are having the effect of temperature and effect of the pressure, how they are going to be affecting the viscosity of the hydraulic fluid.